Hey y'all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I hope everybody enjoying their um, weekend and day. And I would like to thank my subscribers and those who haven't subscribed to my channel and those who are viewing my channels. I have done so much research, and I think this is gonna be my little break after this one right here, trying to get my hours up, y'all. Hours on YouTube so I can get monetized to do my videos. Um, right now, I'm doing it from my heart, and what I really want to do, I can't do it right now with my channel, but I will be diversing it soon. But I, excuse me, y'all, I ain't go sleep till about like 3:30 today, last night, this morning, because I try to, enjoy my. It's not about me anyway. Anyway, I want to get into this video right here. It's about the person who behind Empire Distribution. And the video is like 5 years. So if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. Um, and if you don't like the content, just don't leave no comment. Go on to somebody else's page. But for those like me who haven't had a chance to research and see information like this, it's interesting to them. Well, his name is, if I pronounce his name wrong, I apologize. The guy behind Empire Distribution, making money from artists, is Hazy Ghazi Shama. If I said it wrong, it's okay because they don't pronounce my name all my life wrong, but I know they're talking about me. But we're going to get into this conference that he's doing and going to hear more about Empire Records. Okay? And even though uh, young Dolph had his little record label, he was still under Empire. So I can't explain that to you, but you have to do your own research. But it's my research. Okay, here is the art the owner of Empire right here. There's Hiccup right there. And listen to him, y'all. He's a serious man because he's showing up getting him eye contact. But he like me, oh, I can look you in the eye. But his eyes look different. But he like a nice man. But we'll see.
An independent artist who put out two records through that independent distribution company before then signing with a major, going number one, etc. And I spent a long time trying to find out who is the guy that is
Me too.
to hip hop what 30 Tigers is to Americana. And then I was chatting with some rappers here locally, and they said, "Man, if you know about this company Empire out in California, and you really got to check them out." And so I tracked you down and begged and pleaded. Here I am. And you flew to New Orleans, and this is part of a long whirlwind road trip for you. How many cities have you been in the last few days? New York, Miami, and then here in the last couple days. All right. Well, thank you for making time out of your crazy travel schedule to be here in New Orleans. Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm intrigued with the idea of you having a distribution company that works with independent artists and helps them sell records. I mean, all we talk about is how records don't sell anymore. Nobody's buying music, nobody's spending money on music, but here you guys are. You're a distribution company and doing quite well, from what I gather. Yeah. Yeah, we still sell a lot of records. What kind of car do you drive? A Cadillac. Like I said, life is good. Got to put money back in the American economy. Exactly. So, so just tell us about Empire, what it is, and what you do. I mean, I think we're the modern distributor slash label um, in an industry where we haven't seen much progression in a very long time. We've kind of had a very um, concrete business model for maybe the last 50, 60, 70 years since, we've come to know modern music as we know it. So you distribute records?
You really ain't saying nothing.
Through all platforms, digital,
Yeah,
physical?
yeah, digital, physical, yeah, all platforms.
Okay.
CDs, vinyl on the physical side, um, even tapes. In some instances, people will still want tapes. Um, and then on the digital side, all platforms. I mean, we really start.
Okay, let me read this before I go ahead on, because he's trying to act like he don't, not talking, closing his eyes and stuff. Okay, this is fair use copyright. This disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, which I will be doing, commenting, and news reporting, and also teaching and not education and research. Okay, we're gonna go on with this. He trying to keep his composure.
Started out as a digital distribution company, and then worked our way back to physical.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your personal background in terms of your career and what led you to this decision, and why start a distribution company? And pardon me if I'm
Sure.
not saying it accurately,
No,
but
no, that
I
is
think
accurate.
of you as a distribution company as opposed to a label. And I know you have some label services, which we'll talk about, but
Sure.
I still think of you as primarily a distributor, and that intrigues me because most people, I think, when they say, "Oh, I'm going to get in the music business, I'm going to, start a label. I'm going to start a label, and I'm going to
Yeah.
sell records," and people think that they need to start a label, but you didn't do that. You started a distribution company, and I find that fascinating. Can you talk about that decision?
Yeah. So, I mean, I started off making records when I was about 14 years old. Um, that quickly evolved into um, doing a host of other things, DJing. I learned to be an engineer. I went to school and acquired skills in engineering. I then went on and worked in the Silicon Valley for a while. So I was early, I was very much a product of my environment, being that I was born and raised in San Francisco, right? So um, my mom, my parents' house was a mile away from the original Napster. So we grew up in the middle of everything that was exciting, and it was
Okay,
kind of we took it for granted. It was second nature for us. We were downloading MP3s in like 1996, 97. Yeah, I was
On dial-up modems.
Yeah, on dial-up modems. I mean, we were encoding MPEG videos and hosting them on websites like in 99, 2000. I remember the first video I ever encoded. I took a beta tape and we encoded, it was To Me, a Stranger in My House. And we embedded it in a website for streaming at 300K, when most people were still on dial-up and couldn't even stream it. But it was fascinating to us, but we didn't realize that what we were doing was on the cusp of something.
okay, I'm gonna skip some of this. I don't want to do this whole thing, but that is your CEO of Empire.
Is it just
No,
clearly everything? Everybody is buying digital and very little physical.
Okay, let me see.
at radio. So there's a whole cycle to the whole entire thing, and then the girls that are dancing, your record might end up becoming their favorite record, and now they're requesting the record from the DJ. So it creates a whole entire cycle for the record to live and breathe and potentially break out of the club.
All
I mean, it's
right,
gotten to
then.
the point where I think the Wall Street Journal did an article on it.
And so, can you pay a promoter, a promotions person who specializes in strip club DJs, and
Yeah,
that
there's
person
certain
for a fee
promotions.
will
Yeah, there's certain promoters that you can pay a fee that'll go in and work the DJs. And then there's different cities, like Houston is an important city. I would say Dallas is pretty important, um, but Atlanta's kind of like the the
and
the
there will,
measuring the
there will
measuring
be
stick.
occasions where a DJ will take an unknown record by an unknown artist.
Yeah,
Nobody's ever heard this song before,
sure.
and they'll put it on, and it comes over the speakers.
The first time I ever heard B.O.B. was in Stroker Strip Club in Atlanta. The Nothing on You record was the
Oh,
first
he
time I
like
ever
them
heard
strip clubs.
DJ Funky's a good friend of mine. He's the resident DJ there, and he said, "I'm gonna play you a new record." And I already knew who B.O.B. was because I was distributing his mixtapes at Ingrooves. And so before he had a record deal, and I remember going in the club and he just played it. I was like, "Wow, that's a hit record." And he was like, "Watch, just give me a couple weeks." Because they have a whole network of DJs that all work together, and
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. And
So it seems like what you guys are offering is the kind of thing that any artist would really want to be a part of.
I think a big part of what we do is release strategy. Like, we really understand the urban music culture and how to move the records. And I'm not, I guess, a stereotypical CEO. I'm out in the field all the time. I'm in the studio with artists all the time. I'm at clubs. I'm visiting artists in their homes, and I'm always out and about, running around. Um, I was in New York a
All
couple days
right,
ago.
y'all,
It was
I'm gonna
awesome.
stop it
Doing a
right
working
here.
session.
That's your CEO, Empire. I don't know, I can't pronounce his name very well. I think that's Ghazi Shami. If I pronounce it wrong, I apologize. But I want to put something in right quick. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Uh, what? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's your CEO. Uh, Umpire right there. Seemed like a nice guy. Can't go by a person. Can't judge a book by a cover. But he seemed like a nice guy. He about his business. Like he said, he go in dance clubs and different clubs like that. Uh, like that. So he was pretty busy. But I wanted to check something out. Hold on for 1 second. Let's see something. But y'all go ahead on and like, share, and subscribe. I think I'm kind of drained. I won't be working no more today. I try to put out some information for y'all, but I'm still kind of sleepy. Okay, here we go. I want to see something. And I noticed see, I don't like doing nobody else video like that, but I'm gonna go back. I don't like playing nobody else's video like, but I want to go back to right here. That's your eye. That's Empire Records right there, y'all. And it got I always see Young Dolph do this in his concert at the end or in the middle. He always do that, and I don't know what that sign means. And I don't get into this sign right here. I don't get into this sign. This sign been around for years. Um, and he always do that in his song. I see the I in the middle, but this your girl Anita Gill. Like I said, Jahazi Shamai. He's a money man. He's a money man, and he made a place for the young folks to assume their businesses. But Young Dolph was kind of smart with it. He wanted to. They want to take 80% from him, and you know what? And I never all the whole time, y'all. When I was young, young coming around and everything, and TLC them they got scammed over. They was getting their money too. The record label was getting their money while they was doing the hard work. I never could understand how did producers is going to make more. How are the distribution going to make more than the people out here putting in the work in the time? That didn't make sense to me when I was young. And there you go. This your girl Anita Gill, y'all. I'm really tired, and I appreciate y'all watching these videos with me. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and I appreciate those who watching the video. This your girl Anita Gill. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later.